to you. This is Brandon, the freight broker with Alliance Logistics, and I hope this message finds you in the best of health and spirit on another beautiful Monday morning that we've been blessed to see. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today. We have a wonderful topic that we're going to discuss today. It is act like a God, G-O-D, or act like a dog, D-O-G. It's your choice. It's my choice. It's a decision. And we decide every day which we choose to conduct ourselves like. So I want to tell you a story. It's a very brief story, but a wonderful story. It's about a chicken and an eagle. This man was on his way home from work one day and he noticed an egg. So he picked up the egg and he took it home and he put the egg in his chicken coop. So the egg stayed in the chicken coop and eventually it hatched. And when it hatched, it was actually an eagle. So the eagle is now amongst chickens. So he starts to take on the characteristics of the chickens. He starts to peck in the ground for worms. He starts to mimic the sounds and even walks like a chicken. So here we have it, a eagle conducting himself as a chicken. Now one day, this eagle gets old and he looks up in the sky and he sees this wonderful, huge, powerful bird. And he's looking in amazement at this bird. And he looks at one of his buddies, one of the chicks, and he says, "Hey, chick, what is that?" And the chicken looks in the air and he says, "Oh, man, that is an eagle." He said, "That eagle is one of the most powerful birds. He's a very intelligent bird." And he said the greatest difference between that eagle and us chickens is that he is free to do what he wants to do. We are not. We are captured. And he went on to say, don't even look at that eagle because you could never be that eagle. That eagle, is nowhere near where you should be thinking about. Put your mind here on chickens. That's what you are. Now, that didn't sit quite well with the eagle, but he accepted it as truth. And a little while after that, he died. And he died never knowing that he was an eagle, never knowing the power that he had within himself. Now, imagine your story. Can you imagine living your life on into your later years and then realizing that you have come up way short of what you had intended? And you start to look at this story about the chicken and the eagle, and you see some similarities. And the similarity you see is a bird, an eagle who never came to the knowledge of his own power, never came to the knowledge of himself. And then you look at yourself and you see men that are powerful, men that create things, men that are productive. And you know that there's a connection. There's a way that you could be that man. You could have that power to do your own things and build your own dreams. But something is missing. And that something is that you've never set goals to do something great. You've always set your goals too low. There's a saying that says, it's not that we set our goals too high or aim too high and miss, but it's that we aim too low and we consistently hit our target. But when you aim too low, then you only get average results, mediocre life. You want more, but you don't realize aiming low, settling will run you into a life of mediocrity. And you realize that sometimes too late. And even when we realize it, we keep doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result sometimes. But one thing is for certain. If we continue to do what we've always done, we'll always be where we've always been. So we have to take different action. We have to do different things in order to get different results. And we don't want to find ourselves in the twilight of our lives, living in regret, being like the eagle, not ever knowing that he was an eagle. We want to know that we have been a man amongst men here on this planet. We want to know that at the end of our time. We don't want to have any regrets. We want to have set goals and achieve them in the lifetime that we've had to achieve them. We want to make a difference during the time that we've been here. So since those are the things that we really want, we have to do things now that line up with those goals. And one of the things that line up is being decisive and making decisions that are going to contribute to us doing great and wonderful things. Us discovering the power that exists within us, starting to act like a God, not like a dog. What is dog activity? Dog activity is eating, sleeping, defecating, and mating from time to time. Well, that's okay, I guess, but that is a life of just average. That's a life of mediocrity. If you want to do something great, we have to switch the acts and stop acting like a D-O-G and switch that around and start acting like a G-O-D. Start acting more like the God that lives within us. And if we do that, we'll get different results. That's just the bottom line. But acting like a God takes discipline. It takes strength and courage. And we have to forego some of those which may be in our minds, we think pleasurable things, to sit around and do things that are not productive. The truth is they're really not pleasurable. All they bring is average lifestyle. And we really don't want that. We want the pleasurable lifestyle. We want to be able to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, for as long as we want to do it, without any regard to how much this is going to cost or how much that is going to cost. We don't want to be limited by money. And money can put limits on you if you don't have any of it, or if you don't have enough of it. So we don't want to live a life within the limits of money. We don't want money to limit us, so we're going to go out and put ourselves in positions while we still have life to be successful, to be financially successful, to be mentally successful, spiritually, physically, and definitely, yes, financially, because that's a part of life. And that we cannot get around. That is just a part of the life that we have here on this earth. We have to have access to money. And having access to money is knowing how to go out and apply yourself. Go out and go within yourself to tap into that power that lives within you, to access not just money, but a rich life. A rich life is not just about money, but a rich life is doing some of the things that you want to do while you're here on earth. Not everybody wants to work a job for the rest of their lives. Some people want to go out and build a business. Some people want to build a work from home business. You see, you don't need to go out and build a business, build a building to say you have a business. You just need to start the business here in your mind. And you can simply use your home as your office. You don't need a building. So if you are ready to take the next step and you don't want to wait, you're sick and tired of waiting for this to happen or that to happen, you're ready now to take action, because you realize we are a time-sensitive human being. And we only have so much time here. We only have so many opportunities. How many of them will we let pass us by? How much time will we let pass us by before we take action? The key is understanding. There's only so much time. Act now. Don't procrastinate. Procrastinating gets us nothing. taking action gets us closer to doing and living the life that we want to live. If you're ready to go to our website, www.training.alliancelogistics.net. If you are looking for someone who can help you, someone who's building a work-from-home business, someone who believes in starting small and growing big, if that is what you're looking for, you've arrived at the right place. We can definitely help you do that.